Hey there. I just wanted to take a few minutes to talk about one element from the dynamics of interpersonal relationship chapter that really is important for interpersonal communication. There's a lot of factors that we use to decide what relationships we're going to get in and what we're going to maintain and that kind of thing. But there is one concept that really stands out. It's one that governs us throughout all of our relationships. It will be important now, it will be important in the next chapter, and when we get to communication climate, all of that stuff factors into this. And that is the concept of rewards. And there are a lot of factors, as you've seen in the book, that affect how we decide who to be in relationships with. But one of the biggest governing factors, and this is one that affects us not just when we're initiating a relationship, but throughout the entire lifespan of a relationship, we're always looking at the rewards. And there are a lot of different kinds of rewards that come from relationships. One is emotional rewards. You know, we've got someone who cares, and we've got someone who will listen to us, and someone that we can listen to help them to, you know, there's a lot of, when we know somebody cares, dopamine levels go up, we feel better. So there's a lot of emotional rewards or benefits to being in relationships. And of course, if you go all the way back to the beginning of the semester, we talked about why do we have relationships? Well, one of the reasons is we are physically inherently wired to have relationships, and we actually even use solitary confinement as a punishment because you don't get any interaction with other people. And there's an emotional drain that happens to people who go into solitary confinement. Depression sets in, they don't have anyone to talk to, and it just becomes overwhelming. So there's emotional rewards, there's material rewards. Obviously, you know, we give friends gifts, friends give us gifts. You know, we know we could borrow things from them and all of that kind of stuff. So there are material rewards, and there's also health rewards. People who are in good, long, healthy relationships tend to live longer, tend to have better health. That's been proven over and over by a lot of different scientific studies. And we talked about that earlier in the semester as well, all of the benefits that come from having relationships. But the two things that really play into this the most are exchange theory, which is the give and take in a relationship. So there's always costs, there's always benefits, right? And if you think of Lady Justice with her scales, one side is the benefits of the relationship, the other side is the costs. And we're constantly looking at the balance between what we're giving and what we're taking from a relationship. And typically, we want to have, Lady Justice, if you will, balance. We want to have a give and take that's equal on costs and benefits of a relationship with a particular person. And we're always looking at that. And sometimes, and I'm sure we've all found ourselves at some point in a relationship like this, where either we're giving all and the other person is taking, but they don't seem to really give back, or even possibly the reverse. And then Lady Justice, if you will, pops out of balance, right? One side becomes much higher than the other, and there's a huge need here, which brings us to the second element, and that is comparison level. And we will look at relationship with person A and where we are in the exchange theory, and we'll look at person B and where we are in the exchange theory and where we are with person C in the exchange theory. And we'll compare those different relationships. And maybe we're really balanced with this person, with A, and with C, we don't see quite the balance. And it seems like it costs us more to be in that relationship. We will weigh the different relationships against each other to sort of weed out our friend groups and pick who we're going to be in longer term relationships with and who we're not going to be in longer term relationships. So we're always looking at exchange theory and how it balances. And we're looking at our other relationships and comparing other relationships to this relationship and this relationship to that relationship. And we're always comparing and looking at, where do I need to invest more time maybe, or where do I need to sit down with someone and say, hey, we're kind of out of balance here. I feel like I'm getting taken advantage of, for example, or There's all kinds of things that can happen, but these two things work hand in hand all the way through the lifespan of a relationship. So we're always checking for these kinds of things, and they're very important elements in interpersonal relationships. They were demonstrated really well in a movie called The Breakup. And in this clip from that movie, you're going to see Jennifer Aniston is basically talking about exchange theory, and she's talking about the give and the take. And in her point of view, in the relationship she's talking about, there's a lot more give and very little take. And the other person's not giving nearly what she is. And you almost see the light bulb go off. And she realizes from the comparison level, this relationship isn't worth what I'm putting into it, and I want to end it. So you see that Lady Justice goes out of balance, and then she decides it's so out of balance, it can't be fixed because the other person isn't seeing it the same as we are, or they don't value that particular relationship as much. And you'll see that in the second part of the chapter about close relationships. But you see a really good example of exchange theory in this relationship, and you see her go, nope, the costs outweigh the benefits. So here we go.
Come on, you knew I was working today and I made that meal, and you could have thought to yourself, you could have said, I think I'm gonna get Brooke some flowers.
You said on our very first date that you don't like flowers, that they're a waste of money.
Every girl likes flowers, Gary.
You say that you don't like flowers. I'm supposed to take that to mean that you do like flowers?
No, this is not about, you're not getting it. You're not getting this, Gary. Okay, it's not about the lemons, it's not about the flowers, it's not about the dishes. It's just, how many times do I have to drop hints about the ballet?
You know I can't Brooke, come here. We talked about the damn ballet. I hate the goddamn ballet. You got a bunch of dudes in tights flopping around for 3 hours. It's like a medieval techno show. It's a nightmare. I sit there in the sweat. The whole thing. I do. Wondering when the hell's the goddamn nightmare gonna end? Go to a damn ballet.
It's not about you loving the ballet, Gary. It's about the person that you love loves the ballet, and you want to spend time with that person.
Not when they're at the ballet?
Okay, forget the ballet. Forget the ballet. We don't go anywhere together.
We just went to Ann Arbor together.
To Ann Arbor. To the Michigan Notre Dame game. You think screaming drunk kids and leprechauns doing backflips, that's fun. That's fun for me. Come on, man. I did that for you. How do you show up for me?
I'm up on the bus every goddamn day for you.
Come on.
I'm busting my ass to be the best tour guide in the damn city so I can make enough money to support both of us, and hopefully you won't have to work one day.
I want to work.
All I ask, Brooke, is that you show a little bit of appreciation, that I just get 20 minutes to relax when I come home instead of being attacked with questions and nag the whole damn time.
You think that I nag you?
That's all you do. All you do is nag me. The bathroom's a mess. Your belt doesn't match. Hey, Gary, you should probably go work out. Nothing I ever do is ever good enough. I just want to be left the hell alone.
Really? Is that what you want, Gary? Is that what you want?
Yeah.
That's what you want?
Yeah.
Fine, great. Do whatever the hell you want. You leave your socks all over this house, dress like a pig, play your stupid-ass video game. I don't care. I'm done.
What?
I am done. I don't deserve this. I really do not deserve this. I deserve somebody who gives a shit. I'm not spending one more second of this life with some inconsiderate prick. You're a prick.
And what you see is she's weighing the costs and the benefits of the relationship. And she's explaining, hey, I do things not that I really like to do, but I do them because I value the relationship and I want to spend time with you. And I expect the same thing back. That's keeping the exchange theory in balance. And we do that all the time. And we do it in all of our relationships. So that's where the comparison level comes into play. And that's why I wanted to talk about it. And I've got that great example of exchange theory in action. So we're constantly doing that. And when you read about close relationships and those relationships that last long periods of time, they're still doing the exchange theory. They're still weighing the benefits and the costs. And as they go through the lifespan, when they're up in the maintenance circle, they're still doing that and deciding, okay, do I want to continue with this? And if so, then I got to go back through the lifespan and work on maintenance and keeping this relationship going. or no, I don't, and then it starts going down the down slope of relationship lifespan and determination. So it's a very important concept. It's probably the most important concept out of dynamics of interpersonal relationships that we have. So that's it for this quick tip. I'll see you later.